Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And it is time to test out Hinata for realsies. I did a little bit of it on stream when she came out last night, but it's time to get down into the nitty-gritty. So I went ahead and gave her a 4-star Awakened Sword. She has magic, she has attack growth, she has a very good attack stat for level 80. I do have her full EX board done, so she does get an extra 4% crit damage on the board if you have a Rimuru on the team, which Water Rimuru is a very good viable option for the water team, so that's very good. Her ult is a single target, which has the same multiplier as Space Melon when you get to 100, so 470%. Also gives all allies physical attack resistance 10% for 2 turns, so you will tank a little bit better after launching her ult. But generally I'm not going to do that until we're ready to kill, so how often you will actually see this, I don't know. We'll definitely test it out. With the amount of buffs that she's going to get on this water team, not many things are going to survive to hit you after you nuke with Hinata. So her first skill is a very, very good skill, very strong skill. Attack boost by 25% and crit damage by 40%. The biggest crit damage boost that we have seen in the game thus far. Her own attack boost, 25%, is reasonable, very, very good. It is, I believe, what Light Xion gives herself, and it is almost as much as what Velzard gives. Velzard gives herself 30, but then Velzard gives herself, what, 15% pierce power? It doesn't really compare to the 40% crit damage. So this nullifies needing to bring Carrion on the team. We already have his orb changing skill from Water Shuna, and then crit damage, it's doubled what Carrion can give. It's only for her, but, I mean, it'll do good things. Her second skill, the crit resistance seal on an enemy, so Fire Millim's second half of her crit skill, is going to be probably very Jubilee specific, just like Guy was when he came out for the defense seal. It's only ever used in Jubilee. So you won't get much use out of it outside of that. And then the, what I would call controversial ult boost. Now, people have been telling me that I may be going a bit too hard on this skill. It's not something that you're meant to max out on every fight, which I agree. It takes 12 turns to max it out if you use it 12 turns, and if you can use it 12 turns, which on the water team, you're not going to be running out of points is if you get a few stacks of Millum. But I wouldn't dedicate my entire battle to stacking this up. So I think last night I got 15% or something. So, I mean, 15% ult damage is extra 15% ult damage, right? It's good. I still think there was a better way to go about this. Maybe 10% each time. I mean, Valentine does 20% with each skill use, and it only takes 3 times. So we'll use it here and there. I won't be using it really for this because there's no one currently that would do this except for EX3 Tempered Edge, which will not be showing in this video. Her trait... Oh, right, because she has no trait, because she's only level 80. Anyways, when you have her trait active, it's a skill point trait. So increase the skill points by 2 every 2 turns. It's the same trait as Water Shuna, so just, you know, a few points here and there is very, very nice. I will not be sharding Hinata up. She will remain at level 80, considering that she's not, I wouldn't consider a noodle, because she's very strong anyways. But that is it for her kit. She gets the crit damage on her EX board. We've got the trait, we've got her ult, we've got her skills. Let's dive into a Big Mommy damage test now. Alright, this is the team we're going to take in for the big damage test, but Hinata's got her attack and crit damage. We've got ult boost, we've got defense down, we've got pierce and pierce power, and we've got the water attack and then crit rate. So we've got every big buff. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I'll take you guys into the first nuke and then the final nuke. Alright, let's get a test of her base damage. She doesn't have any additional buffs minus the trait from Light Ramer's Protector. So let's see how much damage she can do on her first ult here. This should be the first time seeing it today as well, since I just woke up. So let's go ahead and send that, and then we'll send these to keep on building stuff. It's a very good ult. It's very jumpy. Lots of angles. It still looks good, though. And our final damage is 15-2. Okay, that's not bad for a level 80. Okay. Boosted stats, yes. Alright, let's see how much she can do when we are fully boosted. Alright, we are back. Turn 24 took a good amount of time. We have a lot of buffs to use on this team. Okay, so Veldora raises our damage by 10% up to 50. But Hinata's max cap is 60. So what I have done is I have went and used her skill twice to get us to that 60% forever. Now, they don't stack, right? They are part of the same stack. So if you use 40 of Veldora and you use 20 of Hinata, it will cap at 60. And if I had enough points to use Hinata's skill again, it would not increase past 60. So you can do a combination to get to that 60 cap. You could bring Dark Valentine and you can use her twice, and you can use Hinata a couple times. You're still going to hit that hard cap of 60% permanent ult damage. But we also have the 70% from Shuna because they are separate buffs. One is temporary, one is permanent, so that's why it stacks. We have 100 and... what is that? That is 130% ult boost right there. And then we also have the water resistance down and defense down on the spider. And then for buffs, we have the trait 6% attack. We have the evasion rate. Doesn't matter. We've got her attack of 25, crit damage by 40, water attack by 50, crit rate by 100, magic attack by 10, pierce rate, and pierce power. We did 15,000 on the unboosted ult, so very interested to see how high this goes. I expect clearing way above 110. That's what I expect. Will we hit it? Probably. Let's find out. So let's send the normal, see how much that does. 17,000, and then the ult does 158. So yes, we definitely cleared 110k. 158k. Very good. I mean, now once you take this out, but then you put, Watermelon, and you do the water team as you're supposed to, and you get a bunch of stacks of Watermelon, that number will go up much higher. So that's it for the damage test. Let's take her and do some real-time combat. Alright, for our first battle, we're going to go into EX Conquest against E-Free using a more defensive team. I want to, add in a little bit of difference to the team builds for this video. So we're going to use the old Watermelon Protector for the guard. We've got Soe and Yuki here for defensive support, and then we've got Rimuru for orb changing. Shuna's here for her orb changing and ult boost, and then Hinata is here for our DPS. So I want to see how well she runs at a level 80 in EX Conquest on like an older team with a few elements. Like you could definitely replace Shuna with Windmillum as, in ult booster. It doesn't have to be a water unit. She just has double duty of orb changing. But let's go ahead and jump in. So Ifrit, of course, does ult you every turn with crits, guaranteed crits, so staying alive is important. That's why we have two defensive supports here. The guard is helpful for his normal attacks because they can still hit like a truck if you're not ready and not prepared. But I want to see how hard we can hit back with Hinata, if we can get her ult before everyone else dies. Or maybe everyone dies and then she's last woman standing. Okay, we can work with that, I guess. So it might be more important to get the defense online rather than trying to push Hinata's ults. I think that's what we'll do. We'll swap out Yuki, and then we will orb change here with Shuna. Alright, and then we'll swap her out, and then we'll bring Hinata in. And then we'll send these blues. We'll send her last. Compare damage between Soe and her. So 33, 40. Oh, we got Pierce. Alright, so. Still did more, even though we pierced. And a counter, because why not? Alright, so let's get the guard up. That's a lot of Soe orbs that I don't want to have in my hand right now. So let's bring in Yuki for Hinata. And then let's defense up. Yes, alright. And then we're going to send these two. And then we'll save these 4 orbs for Hinata next turn. We won't guard because the guard doesn't matter about ults, but we have raised the defense, which will help for the ult. And then, what do we... Oh, we got 5 Soe orbs. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, that hurt. It could have hurt a little bit more, though. Oh, the oranges are nerfed again. Unfortunate. Okay. We don't have enough to orb change them back. But we'll still bring her in anyways. It's still a 5-card send. We're going to put the guard up now. We're going to swap out Yuki. There we go. This will also boost our blue damage by 20%, which will definitely help. And now, pop, 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 pop. We're almost there to an ult. We have another orange card of hers coming. Not great, because they are nerfed, but we are doing very good damage. Oh, hold on. That looks quite nice. Alright, there's another ult. Ooh, Rimuru, you're hurting a little bit. Alright, so let's do that. Let's change that 1 into blue, and then we'll bring Soe back in for Rimuru. And we don't have enough for his boost as well. But we can still send this. This should get her. No, it will not get her ult. We need a little bit more. Hopefully nobody dies. Alright, I mean, his health bar is going down. That's a lot of orange that I can't use. Oh, Hinata, please no. Okay. So we don't have another ult coming, so we will live here. As long as we pop the guard, which we shall do. I don't know if this is going to get her ult. How much are these nerfed by? 80%. Oof. Oof. Yeah, we still need a little bit more. Okay, they gave us another orange. Oh, that hurt a lot. Okay, I need you out of here. Everybody leaves. Yeah, we can do that, because that will get us her ult next turn. This ult will hurt, but not as bad, because all of his crit buffs are gone now. Okay, yeah, Rimuru survived. Cool. Yuki, that's fine. We're taking, normal damage now. So Hinata, with her guard, will take even less. So let's go ahead and take out Yuki. Let's get her ult. Please don't kill me. We have max skills, so next turn we can use the ult boost and then her own boost, and we can nuke the crap out of Ifrit. Alright, there we go. Alright, perfect. I was holding my breath there. Alright, so we've got that, and we've got that, and why not another ult boost? So this will be, what, 75% ult boost right here, along with her own attack and crit damage. So let's find out how much she does. I have no doubt that she will kill, so we're just going to send the ult, and we do 50,000 damage. I mean, that's not bad for, what was that, a 55, just an ult boost, plus a little bit extra, and then her own skill. Under 100 points, 50k in EX Conquest. Everyone did almost die, but no one actually died, so there we go. Alright, let's move on. I think she did pretty well in that initial showing. Okay, so let's test her out. Let's say you don't have any of the new water units, but you managed to pull Hinata first multi. But again, you don't have any of the new water meta, so you're running a hodgepodge of other units. We've got, Old Water Chloe, we've got Alice, and we've got Hero, we've got the free Rimuru, so I mean, everyone should have him. And then we've got Windmillum for her ult boost. So we're missing quite a bit of power on this team. We can make up for it here and there, but let's just assume this is the team that you can run, with only Hinata being your new damage dealer. So we're going to go into Crucible 85 against Guy, and we'll see how well this team can run and how much damage she can do. Chloe does give 40% ult boost, Millum gives 70, so we're really mainly using Chloe for the orb changing and the skill cap raising, and then we'll use Millum for her actual big boost. And then, we've got Pierce, and then the hero is Hero. So let's jump in and see what happens here. I expect that she will run very well regardless. She is a very strong DPS. If you compared her on her best team for the water, like level 100 all water, all new water team versus all level 100 all space team, I think that Milim still wins out by a little bit because of the Drago effect multiplying all of the buffs that are on her versus the flat buffs that Hinata is getting. But it's very close. They're very, very, very strong teams if you can build them out. Let's bring you in for Alice. And then we'll just start building your ult. 4,700 a hit, 46. It's pretty good. Alright. What's the hand look like? I mean, I wish it was a little better. Let's send these greens. Let's get Rimuru out of here as well. Alright, we'll do that. We'll send the hero? Actually, let's get you both out of here. Hold on. We'll send this. And then we'll bring in her for the hero. Alright. Now, we can change oranges to greens, which is not what Rimuru is really looking to do here. But we have Alice who could give us a full hand with her orb change, so let's go ahead and do that. So we'll change the blues. We will then change the oranges. Yeah, we don't need to watch that. And then we'll bring in you for the hero, and we'll get a 6-card send out of this. And that gives us her ult, so we are almost ready. We are at 105 points. We're going to need, what, 110, 125. I think that's one. Well, okay, so 1, 2, 3. It's 165, 180 points to really make sure we can nuke properly with her. I don't know if we can get that. Let's bring. Okay, let's use your skill. Let's use it and then we can hide away. And now we'll bring in the hero for you. We'll bring in you for Alice. We will go ahead and use his orb change. And then the other orb change. Alright. This will get us another Chloe, which will be good. And then hopefully next turn we get a whole hand of oranges and greens. That way we can change all of them. Almost. I guess we could use Alice again for that. We only need 165 points now. So we very well could. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get you out of here. And then we'll use her orb change. And then we'll use Chloe again. We'll have to... I don't know if Guy's going to live much longer. I think we'll send Alice last. She's the weakest out of this whole entire team. Alright, there's another Chloe, so... yeah, we need quite a few more points in order to use what I want to here. I don't think he's going to live another 6-card send. Oh, but that is a 6-card send right there. I mean, we kind of gotta. We kind of gotta, because I want those points. We will just send Alice last. Alright, yes, that's enough. Please don't die. Okay, he's not going to die. Perfect. Alrighty. That's a lot of Alice. Oh, thank God Rimuru has one orb. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring you in for Rimuru. We've already used her attack boost and everything, so we don't need to use that. So let's use the Pierce, let's use the crit, and then we can bring in Wind Milim for the hero. Use her ult boost, and now we've got 3 pretty standard buffs, right? Pierce, I mean, you could easily replace that with something else, but she's already giving herself attack, and she's already giving herself crit damage, so it's not as important to bring another supporter that will give her that when she already does it for very cheap. So alt boost, common. Pierce, relatively common. And then the hero crit boost, common if you have her. Fire Milim can do it, and then Water Xion can definitely give you that as well. So let's see how hard she hits with these standard buffs and her own 100k. Okay. I can definitely take that. And she also gives herself that physical resistance, but as we've seen, nothing really survives her ult. We definitely could have ulted earlier and then maybe seen a damage reduction. But I'm really the water team is looking for big time nuke, one shot, one kill, right? Eh. And again, I don't have her trait, so I'm not seeing us get points whenever, every 2 turns. Okay, let's do a comparison now. Let's do a full comparison between the DPS of a 92 Velzard and an 80 Hinata. That's what we'll do in an ideal setting. So we'll go into Tempered Edge for that because it's going to last a while. Alright, so this is the team I used on stream last night, but I don't know if you guys want to sit there and watch the everything. So we're going to get an equivalent, as close as we can to an equivalent attack stat for Hinata on Velzard, and when we switch it around. But this is the team, this is the stacking team. We've got Pierce. This is EX2 Tempered Edge, so the Pierce resistance does leave after 7 turns on EX2. So we can make use of that. So we're going to get everything that we can, and we're going to get whatever amount of buffs that we can get on the kill turn. We will then do the same thing, but with Velzard as the nuker, and we will see how much of a difference in damage there's going to be. So let me go ahead and get to those turns, and then we will find out together. Alright, we are here for our first test. Turn 8, when her defenses are gone, her pierce resistance is gone, her crit resistance is gone, which we could have sealed anyways. But we have gotten, what, 5 stacks on Hinata now, so 67% water attack. So when we do the test with Velzard, we will also get up to 67%. I did not use any of Hinata's additional ult boosts on this turn, so it is the flat 70% that Shuna is giving, because I want to make this as fair as possible. I know that, Hinata's damage could way skyrocket above because of that skill, but I want to make this as, as level as possible, because we know that Hinata can do more with that skill. It's bygone. But I want to see an equivalent damage test with equivalent buffs. So 67% water attack. We've got her attack by 25, her crit by 40, water attack 50, crit rate, magic attack, and pierce rate. So we've got everything on this team. We just need to replicate that now. So let's go ahead and send her normals and then her ult and see how much they do. So her normals do 28,000 and her ult does 199.9. So just a hair below 200k. That's pretty good for only, what, 5 stacks? 8 turns? That doesn't take very long, and I got my final clear with everyone living. This is EX2. And I got 4 cores. Awesome. Alright, so let's do that again, but this time with Velzard. Alright, so because Hinata has those insane boosted stats, it's actually kind of difficult for me to get an equivalent attack stat with Velzard. So we're 8655, which is about 100 points less than Hinata with Velzard. So maybe I should have put someone else under Hinata instead to lower her attack stat. So we will still run it. 100 points is not the biggest gap, but it is a gap. So we must temper our expectations a little bit. But we're going to run the same team. We're still going to get 6 stacks with Velzard, with Milim, and then we will nuke on turn 8, just like we did last time. Alright, we are back. Turn 8 again. The resistances are gone. We have used everything. The ult boost. We've got the water resistance down. We also have frostbite, so that will increase that water resistance down by a little bit. And then Velzard has 67% water attack, but remember her true attack stat was 100 points less than Hinata, so she will hit less regardless. And then we've got the attack by 30, pierce power by 15, water attack, crit rate, magic attack, and the pierce rate by 100. So let's see the difference. Let's send the 2 normals again, and then the ult, and see what number we hit here as a final damage test. So 25, 25, so 3,000 less there. And then Velzard, yeah, let's skip this. 179, so about 20k less. Significant number, 20,000 damage, yes. Is it still impressive? I would say so. Therefore, I think that if you have a pretty good Velzard, maybe Hinata's not absolutely necessary. Like, yeah, 20k is 20k, like, don't get me wrong. And then, you know, Hinata's damage potential is a lot higher on this team because you can get some extra stacks in with her ult boost. So definitely she is a more competent DPS. But is it really necessary if you're not trying to be a tryhard in Jubilee? I don't really think so. I think Velzard can take you through anything else in the game. She can handle Tempered Edge just fine. So I think she can work. You don't need to have Hinata. Is it nice to have Hinata? Sure. Is it nice to have Space Millum when you have everyone on the space team? Yes. Is it necessary? Not really. You can use Octagram Millum. Is it necessary to have Light Xion with Shizu? I would say so, because they really need each other to, like, get that extra pierce damage. So, and they're like, you can use Gazel, But I think overall, after running through these few tests, Hinata is number 2 DPS, especially at level 100. Like, a level 100 Hinata will do nutty damage. And if you include in a few extra stacks of her ult, then she can do good things by herself. But even without this, she still hits incredible numbers because of this first stat, because of the stacks of Millum, because of the support that the water team has built around her. Ult boosting, water attack, guaranteed crits. Rimuru is a very, very good orb changer on the water team. Water Millum, Bikini Millum definitely is, the special stacking protector. It all enables Hinata to hit very, very hard. And then if you have her trait, then she's getting extra skill points every turn, which honestly is not really a thing that I would require on this team because it gets so many skill points because of the boosted blues. So I would think that giving her maybe another protection trait would have been a little bit better to, increase the amount of times you can get Millum. Because again, you're not hurting for skill points on this team. And like turn 1 and 2 maybe. Turn 3 and beyond, when you start stacking, I don't care about skill points. I have plenty. So maybe that was a little bit of a undersell, little downgrade on her, is her trait is not entirely useful. But her extra crit damage on her EX board, her boosted stats, along with her self-boosting EX board, is very, very, very strong. So I still wish this went up a little higher and a little faster, or I wish it was just a little faster in stacking. But I'm sure we'll need this in Jubilee. This will increase our damage every so slightly. This is where our big mommy damage is coming from. So overall, in terms of usability across the game, Hinata is very useful. Is she necessary? No. Will you gain something out of her if you summon and you pull her very, very early? Absolutely. Do I think that she needs the water team, the new water team, to function? Also, no. Because if you have the old water team, then you can definitely run Chloe, and you can still make good use out of her. You're still raising skill cap so you can use other big buffs. We tested that in this video. If you have no one, if you don't have a single water unit at all, and you pull Hinata, or if you're thinking of pulling for Hinata, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Is it really worth pulling for one unit on a single banner that's not boosted rates? I think that you can, hold on. I think that if you have no water team, and you have nothing to build around Hinata, this attack boost looks nice. It's not going to help you beat EXE if you have no water protector, if you have no other water units. So, if you have no water team, I would skip. If you have a good water team already with Velzard, I would also skip. If you want to be a sweaty tryhard, be my guest. You've probably already summoned. But she is a very, very good unit. Let's not put that in any other perspective. So let me know what you think of Hinata down in the comments below, but I know this video was quite long, but I wanted to get a few different things in here. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.